Arizona once again in the spotlight tonight. We do have team coverage of former President Trump's stop here in the Valley. ABC15's Javier Soto kicks off our coverage from Desert Diamond Arena. Javi?
And former President Donald Trump took the stage at about 4:30 this afternoon, and literally just moments ago, he wrapped up here after speaking for about 75 minutes. Now, he followed a series of speakers tonight. It all started with Representatives Paul Gosar and Andy Biggs. They were followed by congressional candidate Abe Hamadeh and Senate candidate Kari Lake. But it was former President Trump who got the biggest standing ovation here at Desert Diamond Arena, to a mostly packed crowd where they were very raucous. He immediately got into immigration. As you know, yesterday he spent some time near the Arizona-Mexico border in Cochise County, where he showed a partially erected wall. Spoke about that tonight, talked about how it was important to get him back into the White House so that he could finish building that wall. Now, yesterday, the Trump campaign sent out a press release teasing a very special guest. As he introduced that guest, it was really no surprise to a lot of us in the media, as earlier today, RFK Jr. Decided to drop out of the presidential race and throw his support behind Donald Trump. So he took the stage today to a loud crowd, spoke briefly, and then it went back to Trump. Trump talked about immigration, as I mentioned, backing the blue, no tax on tips, as well as some of the tariffs he plans to impose if reelected. Again, he spoke for about 75 minutes to a mostly packed crowd. And speaking of that crowd, there were some issues of the folks getting into Desert Diamond Arena. We were told that some of them lined up as late as last night. For that portion of the story, we want to turn to our Rachel Louise Just. Rachel.
Here, because just 2 weeks ago to the day, this is where Kamala Harris and Tim Walz held their rally, and obviously there's going to be comparisons to that, but we did talk to voters who told us today they felt the need to be here at this event because they wanted to show that Trump has just the same support that Kamala Harris has, if not more. Now, likely we will be seeing those crowd size comparisons, but I do not have an exact number for you right now. I did reach out to the Trump team asking for that number. I did not hear back from them by airtime. As we witnessed a short time ago, Trump was on stage with a special guest, RFK Jr., who suspended his campaign earlier today. When I talked with voters earlier, they told me they hoped RFK Jr.'s endorsement would sway more independent people, which we have many of them here in Arizona, over to Trump.
So we're willing to wait, and like I said, it was my first one. I'm so excited, just wanted to be here and experience.
I think it's really important for us conservatives to come out and show that, you know, the momentum hasn't swung as much to the left as everybody says.
As you heard David there mentioning, as well as Javier earlier, saying that there were many people here waiting in line, thousands of people waiting in line for hours, like he mentioned, sometimes overnight. And we are told by Glendale Fire that over 100 people did have to deal with symptoms of heat exhaustion, heat-related issues, and that an unknown number of them were transported to the hospital. So we don't have that at this time. We'll be sure to keep you updated as soon as we find out. Live in Glendale, Rachel Louise Just, ABC15 Arizona.
Rachel, thanks. The former